Whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. No one can rise to his greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless he has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he must have things to use, and he cannot have these things unless he has money to buy them with. A person develops in mind, soul, body, and by making use of these things. And society is so organized that man must have money in order to become a possessor of these things. Therefore, the basis of all advancements must be the science of getting rich. The object of all life is development, and everything that life has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. A person's right to life means his right to have the free and unrestricted use of all things which may be necessary to his fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment, or in other words, his right to be rich. To be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or contented with a little. No one ought to be satisfied with a little if he is capable of using and enjoying more. The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life, and everyone should have all that can contribute to power, elegance, beauty, and richness of life. To be content with less is actually sinful. Life has advanced so far and become so complex that even the most ordinary man or woman requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. Every person naturally wants to become all that they are capable of becoming. The desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. We cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. You can become what you want to be by only making use of things, and you can have the free use of these things only as you become rich enough to buy them. To understand the science of getting rich is therefore the most essential of all knowledge. There is nothing wrong in wanting to get rich. The desire for riches is really for the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. And that desire is praiseworthy. The person who does not desire to live more abundantly is abnormal, and so the person who does not desire to have money enough to buy all is also abnormal. There are basically three motives for which we live. We live for the body, we live for the mind, and we live for the soul. No one of this is better or holier than the others. All are alike, all are desirable, and no one has three: body, mind, and soul. It is not right or noble to live only for the soul and deny mind or body. And it is wrong to live for the intellect and deny body or soul. We are all acquainted with loathsome consequences of living for a body and denying both mind and soul. And we see that real life means the complete expression of all that a person can give forth through body, mind, and soul. Whatever he can say, no one can be truly happy or satisfied unless his body is living its full function in every possible way. Wherever there is an expressed possibility of function is not performed, that's an unsatisfied desire. Desire is also possible by seeking expression or function of performance. A person cannot live in full body with good food, comfortable clothing, warm shelter, and without freedom from excessive toil. Rest and recreation are also necessary for his physical life. One cannot live fully in mind without books and time to study them, without opportunity for travel and observation, and without intellectual companionship. To live fully in a mind, a person have intellectual recreation and must surround himself with all objects of art and beauty he is capable of using and appreciating. To live in a soul, a person must have love, and love is denied fullest expression by poverty. A person's highest happiness is found in the bestowal of benefits on those he loves. Life finds its most natural and spontaneous expression in giving. The individual who has nothing to give cannot fulfill his place as a spouse or parent or citizen or as a human being. It is the use of material thing that a person finds full of life for his body, develops his mind, and unfolds his soul. It is therefore of supreme importance to each every individual to be rich. It is perfectly right that you should have desired to be rich. If you are normal man or woman who cannot help doing so, it is perfectly right that you should give your best attention to science of getting rich for people with noblest and most necessary of all studies. If you neglect this study, you are a derelict in your own duty to yourself, to God and humanity, and you can render to God and humanity no greater service than you can make for yourself.